Welcome to Smart Economics. Here is your top business and startup news. Chinese regulator approves Cisco's $4.5 billion Acacia deal. Cisco System Inc.'s purchase of Acacia Communications Inc. has been approved by China's antitrust regulator on condition that the companies ensure fair competition, the watchdog said on Tuesday. The State Administration for Market Regulations green light brings the $4.5 billion deal to a close after approval from the other countries, including the United States. Network gear company Cisco first announced its intention to acquire optical components manufacturer Acacia in 2019, looking to capture more business from telecom companies. China's approval was the only remaining closing condition for the deal, Cisco said in July last year. France Total acquires 20% stake in Irani Green Energy. French oil giant Total said Monday that it would pay $2.5 billion for a 20% stake in India's Irani Green Energy Limited, a major solar energy producer, as it diversifies away from fossil fuels into renewables. Along with the 20% direct stake comes a 50% holding in a portfolio of solar energy assets operated by AGEL, part of the Irani Group, Total said in a statement. Ppro naps $180 million at a $1 billion plus valuation. To bring together the fragmented world of payments, the pandemic has hastened a shift of most commerce becoming e-commerce in the last year, and that has brought a new focus on startups that are helping to enable that process. In the latest development, Ppro, a London-based startup that has built a platform to make it easier for marketplaces, payment providers and other e-commerce players to enable localized payments, that is, make and take payments in whatever form local customers prefer to use, which extended well beyond basic payment cards, has closed a round of $180 million funding that catapults Ppro's valuation to over $1 billion. Samsung's Lee receives 30-month prison term in bribery trial. A South Korean court sentenced Samsung Electronics Vice Chairman J.Y. Lee to 2.5 years in a prison, the court said on Monday, which will have major ramifications for his leadership of the tech giant as well as Korea's views toward big businesses. Lee, 52, was convicted of bribing an associate of former President Park Geun-hye and jailed for 5 years in 2017. He denied wrongdoing. The sentence was reduced and suspended on appeal, and he was released after serving a year. The Supreme Court then sent the case back to the Seoul High Court, which issued Monday's ruling. TikTok owner ByteDance launches Douyin Pay, its mobile payment service for China. Beijing-based ByteDance launched on Tuesday its third-party payment service for the Chinese version of its hit short video app TikTok, Douyin Pay, as it presses to expand in the e-commerce business in China. The set of Douyin Pay is to supplement the existing major payment options and to ultimately enhance user experience in Douyin, Douyin said in a statement. Vietnam gives Foxconn unit license for $270 million planned to produce laptops and tablets. Vietnam on Monday awarded a license to a unit of Taiwan's Foxconn Technology Co. Limited to build a $270 million planned to produce laptops and tablets. The Vietnamese government said the plant, to be developed by Fucang Technology, will be located in the northern province of Bac Giang and will annually produce 8 million units, the government said in a statement on its website. Foxconn has so far invested $1.5 billion in Vietnam and plans to raise its investment by $700 million and recruit 10,000 more local workers this year, the government said. Separately, state media reported last week Foxconn was also looking into investing $1.3 billion in Thanh Hoa Province, 160 km south of Hanoi. Rivian raises $2.65 billion as it pushes towards production of its electric pickup. Rivian has raised $2.65 billion as it prepares to begin production this summer of its all-electric pickup truck. The round, which was led by funds and accounts advised by T. Rowe Price Associates Inc., also included Fidelity Management and Research Company, Amazon's Climate Pledge Fund, Co2 and D1 Capital Partners, as well as several other existing and new investors. Rivian is now valued at $27.6 billion, according to a person familiar with the investment round said. Bank of America posts quarterly profit that exceed analyst expectations, but revenue falls short. Bank of America on Tuesday reported fourth quarter profit that exceeds analyst expectations as the firm released some of the cash it had set aside for loan losses. The bank said profit fell 28% to $5.47 billion or 59 cents a share, compared with the 55-cent estimate of analysts surveyed by Refinitiv. Revenue fell 10% to $20.2 billion, missing the estimate by about $500 million. The bank said it released $828 million in reserves, resulting in a $53 million provision for credit losses in the final quarter of 2020. The firm had booked $11.3 billion worth of provisions in the previous 3 quarters. Ether, the world's second biggest cryptocurrency, is closing in on all-time high. Ethereum is closing in on all-time high. The cryptocurrency, one of many alternatives to Bitcoin, rallied as much as 17% on Tuesday to an intraday high of $1,439, according to data from industry site CoinDesk. That's just shy of the 1,448 record Ethernet hit in early 2018, when major cryptocurrencies led by Bitcoin climbed to new heights before slumping sharply later in the year. Ether, the world's second biggest cryptocurrency by market value, has almost doubled year to date. Bitcoin has been in the spotlight for several months now, thanks to a blistering rally that saw it notch fresh highs. MGM Resorts and bid to buy Ladbrokes owner Entain. US casino giant MGM Resorts has abandoned a takeover attempt for Ladbrokes and Coral owner Entain after its earlier proposal was punned. MGM said it will not raise its $11 billion offer of 2 weeks ago, which Entain has rebuffed as significantly undervaluing the company. Following Entain's rejection, shares in the UK-listed company tumbled. After MGM's announcement on Tuesday it was walking away from a takeover, Entain's shares fell another 20%. WeChat advances e-commerce goal with $250 billion in transactions. WeChat continues to advance its shopping ambitions as the social networking app turns 10 years old. The Chinese messenger facilitated 1.6 trillion yuan, close to $250 billion in annual transactions through its mini programs, third-party services that run on the super app that allow users to buy clothes, order food, hail taxis, and more. This is double the value of transactions on WeChat's mini programs in 2019. The networking giant announced at its annual conference for business partners and ecosystem developers, which normally takes place in its home city of Guangzhou in southern China but was moved online this year due to the pandemic. Cruise GM partner with Microsoft to commercialize self-driving vehicles. Self-driving car market Cruise and majority shareholder General Motors Company said on Tuesday they would partner with Microsoft Corporation to commercialize driverless autonomous vehicles. Microsoft will join General Motors, Honda Motors Company, and institutional investors in a combined new equity investment of more than $2 billion in Cruise, bringing the post-money valuation of Cruise to $30 billion. Cruise will use Azure, Microsoft Cloud Computing Platform, for its self-driving vehicles. So that's it in today's video. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for daily top business and startup news.